This is the RackMate TT. It is a 5U 7-inch nano-size technology rack. No, this is a RackMate TT. It is a 3U 10-inch mini-size technology rack. No, you got that wrong. It says so right here on the box. This is the RackMate TT. Dude, you put it together wrong. It's supposed to sit like this. What if we're both right?
You know, both of those handsome fellows were right. This and this are both the RackMate TT. We've got a 5U 7-inch rack form factor and a 3U 10-inch rack form factor simply by changing its orientation. I love this design because it's so versatile. You can put mini PCs and networking equipment. I've got a little mini all-flash NAS here. Super easy to put together too. That's right, I said put together. These show up in a box full of parts. Whereas my RackMate T0 and RackMate T1, you just pulled it out of the box like this and you were able to start using it right away. This one you had to assemble, but they sent you all the stuff to assemble it with, including all of the tools. What I do like about this type of setup or form factor, the acrylic. We got a good looking, style on aesthetically pleasing, I guess you could say. The ends are the top of this form factor. So this allows for some airflow, like cross flow here. So if you put a fan on one side, a fan on the other, you can actually create a breeze in the little mini rack or nano rack, I guess it would be. These are super light too, compared to the TT and the T0. I feel like the extruders or the extrusion pieces and stuff for this is a little thinner than the other models. Real quick, this is the box that it comes in. It's just a plain old box, even has a handle. Inside, everything comes in pieces. So you have to assemble it all and every single piece just kind of comes together. They also give you the tools to completely put this together. Screwdrivers, Allen sets, you get multiple hardware pieces for, screwing things together, all of that stuff. You also get 2 of the 7-inch trays. So the shelves that come with this, just like a lot of things that DeskPi makes, have many different versatile mounting options. So you can mount like 2 Raspberry Pis next to each other, or a 3.5-inch hard drive, or a 2.5-inch hard drive like an SSD or something directly onto the shelf. So it definitely gives you more mounting capabilities and options straight out of the box. So I went ahead and gutted this real quick, and I want to show you that each of these kits, the little RackMate TT kit, I guess you could say, comes with these rubber feet and the handles so that you can orient them however you want. If you want it like this, or you want it in this form factor, same kind of thing. So it helps you not scuff up whatever you're putting your rack on. These do a really neat trick that I hadn't seen before. And in fact, now that I think about it, you can do these with the T1 and the T0 to an extent. You can actually stack these together. DeskPi sells these joiner kits. It's just this little bit of hardware that's like finger tight threaded screws and wing nuts. And you tie them together in the middle, or you tie them together on the ends like that, or even tie them like that. So you could make a 10U 7-inch rack or 2 3U 10-inch racks right next to each other, or make a super long 3U 10-inch rack, or a super long 5U 7-inch rack. There's a lot of different ways that you can kind of put this together here. You can stack them on top of each other. This is interesting. So you got 2, essentially you're taking it to a 6U 10-inch rack. I love that the options are there and that this exists, because if not, people would 3D print their own, or even just, run to Home Depot and buy screws and put it together. It's like $3 on their website. So if you're gonna buy a couple of them, you buy one, you fill it up, you wanna stack something next to it or kind of expand on it, that makes it easy. I think I'm gonna set this up like this, 2 7.5-inch racks right next to each other, and put it back in the workshop over by the laser engraver. Super interesting little mini rack setup here. What would you use this for in your home lab? I could see this being used to cluster mini PCs and put like a little mini NAS in there as well for shared storage, 2 or 3 Mac minis like the M3 or the M4. And in this form factor, these little shelves only go a little more than halfway deep. So you've still got a couple of inches in the back to do your cable management and stuff. And if you have 2 of them right next to each other, that makes it even easier. So if you've got a power supply or maybe a UPS in one, and then the other, you've actually got all your compute and storage or whatever, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you would use these for and which orientation you prefer, the 10-inch Nano rack or the 7-inch Nano rack.